Okay. We could do at least about 1 more hour. I know I was a little late today. I woke up late. I needed to charge the 3DS, and I wanted to make sure I had enough battery life to do a little while, so. But, I have time off, so like I said, we'll be able to do some extra makeup streams that. So, let's talk to a few of the people. And see about getting a few quests. We'll see if we got a few quests here that we can accept and possibly do. And roam a little bit in the outsides. Well, if they'll play hard to capture, I mean, they don't got a lot of choice. Go ahead, take care of things. if I use a crystal... Does not. So that can't use that as a restoring system then. I'm assuming that's the grasshopper. So I guess the pouch is meant for stuff that's for like immediate use items and stuff. Oh, it's on the ground. Yeah, honestly, they just got too much health. God damn it. Ooh, that gave me stuff. Oh, they changed. Hmm. Ooh. the button for? No. Why? So I don't think it lets you do it while you're charging then. I'm pretty sure I thought I selected it. So I guess those bandit people were only at night, I guess. Cause I think they were like around here. Shame you can't, like, fall off sidings to make it a little faster. Eh? Nope. Yeah, you can't swap once you start casting. Hi. Oh no. Yikes. Now, does it heal HP? Don't look like it. Nope. Hey. I now got one antidote. Okay. Wait. Gonna need more money. Yeah, it's just all multiplayer. So I don't have to accept anything, I just need to find one. Okay, what was the other thing the butterfly wanted me to do? Shop till we drop. Cool model, by the way. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure what that is. Is that like a homebrew thing? Like, I know, like, the Wii U had, like, people resurrected online with, like, homebrew stuff. I could do a Google on that. Nintendo 3DS emulator. Oh, it's an emulator. No, this is actual hardware. You're looking at my actual 3DS actually playing the game. I've never used a 3DS emulator before. I can't really imagine playing 3DS games like on a computer or that, but no. This is on a OG 3DS model, so it's a bit of an older one, but it has a capture card mod on it, so it's outputting the footage into my computer itself, so but yeah, this is going to be my Friday stream title. This was voted up by one of my viewers, Way, who, oddly enough, has not hopped in today. Even though he voted for it. But I imagine this will probably be a bit of a lengthy game, so. But I just started. I'm not familiar with the title at all, so I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I'm still learning the ropes and that. I have actually tried the newer one a little, though. I got a physical PS5 version of it. I tried a little of it. Yeah. Admittedly, it's a little similar to the one I played on the PS5. Just more DSified. But it still has the same premise of having a bunch of classes and doing requests and that. So let's see. I'm not sure who else I need to talk to. Butterfly wants me to check out all the stores here. Okay, I always talked to you and I went to that store. I wouldn't think the N would count. And to be honest, considering the time gap between the sequel and this one's pretty big. I mean, I remember when I used to GameStop dumpster dive, and that was a long time ago, I actually found a standee for this game, actually. And I traded it in for some credit and got some games. Why would you want to pay $30 when I can just literally go to my house? It's just like, just that small distance away. Well, we'll see. So far it's okay, but I mean, you know, it's the beginning. It's just mostly tutorials and setting up. I mean, I don't even have like a, how should I say, like a antagonist plot line thing going yet. Oh, here's a story I didn't go in yet. I mean, all I have is this butterfly that, for some reason, is wanting to learn about life. See, I'm French. No, you're fine. I wouldn't really take this one as a French thing. I mean, I know Chatman in VR chat, he's literally French. I don't think I've ever even heard Chatman ever refer to like this one. Is that supposed to be like a common French thing? Should I call Chatman out on that? Be like, Chatman, I had a French viewer pop in, and they were just saying this one is a very French thing, and I don't think I've ever heard you say that before. Oh, I think Chatman's a fake! No, I'm just kidding. Well, we're getting an actual scene here, so hopefully this is what the butterfly wanted. Just a dash of everything. And a bajillion plushy dolls. I'm digging the music in this one, though. There's several tracks I really like in this. Nothing in the PS5 one really sprung out me musically. Consumables and tools. Well, I mean, I guess that's not surprising, though. We call it an Estus flask. But yeah, I imagine this will be probably like 30, 40 hours, depending on how the game's story works or that. Like, my last Friday title, which was voted up by Elliot, was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Woes. I'm honestly surprised that one actually went really well. I thought that one was gonna last a little longer. I knew it was, like, easier than Forbidden Memories, but, like, about 75% of the duelists I only ever dueled one time, with a few, like, that I lost once or twice, too. Really? Interesting. See, I'm really looking forward to, like, when it comes to level 5, I played the hell of a lot of the Professor Layton games. I played the Force Trilogy, the one that's a big prequel, and then the Versus Phoenix White. I still need to play the 3DS ones, though. Although, like, I played Phoenix White versus Professor Layton, but I haven't played, what were they? Miracle Mask and, oh, what was that other one called? And then you got the one where you play as his daughter. I got that, too. But yeah, I haven't really played any of the 3DS entries, honestly. I kind of fell behind on them. Really? Well, Professor Layton's pretty good if you like puzzles. If you like puzzle games, definitely recommend it. They're definitely on at least the early entries were really good. I'm not sure about the later ones. I know the one with his daughter wasn't very well received. I heard the plot's kind of a disorganized mess that doesn't really have any satisfying thing. Yeah, if you're not into puzzles, then yeah, it's not your cup of tea then. Not recommended if you're not into puzzles. And to be fair, some of the puzzles would, I remember sometimes just sitting there like 15 minutes later, I can't fucking figure it out. Like, I mean, there's only all ones fucking corpse stompers sometimes. I kind of dabble a little bit into everything other than sports, basically. Sports are like nothing to me. But otherwise, I dabble a little bit into everything, but I like to consider myself primarily like a JRPG person or like wacky indie games. Like, my Saturday streams have been playing The Last Defense Academy. That game has been awesome. The story is just fucking... It's a crazy mystery. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in that game. It's a really wacky, fun tactics combat in the game. And, like, if you play Danganronpa, it has a lot of humor and kind of gags that Danganronpa was pretty well known for. And, I mean, so far, I'd say so far I've probably already dumped like 50 hours into The Last Defense Academy as it is. I'm still like nowhere close to like really solving what's ultimately happening in its storyline. Like, that game is batshit crazy, man. It's batshit crazy. So what particular titles do you like playing? If you don't mind me asking. Acquired tastes. Uh-oh. Ooh, old ones. Ah, so yeah. What you see down there is the Friday voting system. So, basically, the Friday title that I stream is voted upon viewers. Viewers, subscribers, Patreons, they all contribute to the voting system of that. So, like, this is me starting Way's choice after I finished Elliot's choice. And then whatever is the highest after I finish this game becomes the next one. But Decinia was also added by Elliot. That was another choice he put on the poll list. But yeah, it's a way for viewers to be like, hey, you know, I want to try and get you to check this out your next stream, and that when you're done with the current game you're playing on Friday. So it's a way for viewers to kind of get me to do a game they actually want me to do with that. And I have a lot of games, too. Like, I just updated my list, like, 3 weeks ago, and I'm already over 5,000 games now. It's like, when can I retire, please? I would love retirement, please. Please, let me retire, please, please. I wish. Don't we all wish? I really wish I could. I mean, the realistic truth is I'm probably never gonna get through, like, even half my games by the time I probably die. I would probably have to literally, like, immediately drop, like, literally everything in my life, quit job somehow, have a sustainable life, and, like, go hardcore to even probably get close to probably getting half of them, and probably never buy a new game again. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. But yeah, you commented on my models. So this is the chibi version of my mascot character. So I have a few different characters, but this is the chibi version of her. She also has a more normal-looking version of her. Her outfit's based off Notokun's dance outfit from Persona 4 Dancing All Night. She's supposed to kind of have kind of like a Velvet Loom attendant kind of vibe going with her. That's kind of the vibe with the Velvet Loom around me. Ooh. Well, like I said, I'm a pretty big JRPG person, so I've definitely played a lot of the Personas. I actually a few years ago I actually went and did the old ones because I started with Persona 3, then went 4, and then I went to 1, 2, other 2, and then did 5. So other than 2 spin-offs, I've did basically all the Persona games that aren't like mobile games, at least. I have not gotten Metaphor yet. I kind of been burnt out on Sega, like, doing these, oh, here's a Wii release with new content shit. Like, they did it with Persona 5 Royal. They did it with, what was the other thing they did? That got the Shimitense game on the Wii. They did a enhanced version of that with new content. That was Shimitense 5, I believe, right? And I was kind of like, oh my goodness, really? Another re-release of the damn game? And like I get it after several years, but it's like, it feels like it's like been only a year or something. It feels like. It's just like, what? So like with Metaphor, I was like, I'm just gonna wait. Like I feel like they'll just do the same thing again. And to be fair, they haven't actually. They haven't re-released some kind of expanded version of Metaphor. Like Metaphor came out, I think, like when I went to Japan Japan in October 2024, I believe. So I mean, it's been a while. So I was kind of like, really? It haven't. So I might have to get it at this point. And there we go. We got the butterfly request done. Yeah. My understanding, the idea with metaphors, a lot of characters and stuff are like references to all kinds of Atlas related stuff, which means lots of Shimitense and lots of Persona references. But there's apparently characters in that are also throwbacks and parodies of other Atlas stuff too, so. But yeah, at this point I probably should buy Manifold because they haven't really did the whole like additional content release thing, so. Because, I mean, like I said, that's why I held off on getting it, because I thought they would just do it. I mean, they did to the last 2 major titles. And technically, they even did it to the Reloaded version of Persona 3, which I was really disappointed to hear that game is so fucking easy and broken. Which, because, like, I hold the Persona 3 to, like, such a, oh, so I can buy those if I'm really desperate to, like. So that auto will buy that. But yeah, if I buy 2 more of those, I can get that request done, but I probably would only want to do that if I seriously just wanted to get it done. So then, what's the butterfly want me to do next to you? Oh, okay, maybe I need to go back to my womb then. But yeah, if you didn't really vibe with Metaphor, you probably won't like Persona too much. Now, to be fair though, Persona 1, 2, and other 2, and the reason I'm saying like if you're not familiar with 2, there's 2 versions of 2. You have Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, but they're both their own games, but the plots do revolve around like the same thing, same continuing storyline of that. Yeah. The older ones look a lot more different from 3 and beyond, so might be worth checking those out maybe. I mean, I had fun with the 2 Persona 2 games. OG Persona... It's kind of hard to comment on OG Persona, because... For one thing, localizing-wise, we never really had the OG experience to begin with. Our PS1 version was tampered with and altered, and the PSP version is massively altered. So, like, it's kind of, like, it feels kind of unfair to really comment on it without being able to really get the real experience it. Because the PSP version is really, like, the only two times that were ever challenging was the final boss, which, that's good. It's good to have a final boss that's challenging. But the other time wasn't even really because of hard monsters. It was just because of stupid crows that kept casting Malin Karen on everyone before they could take a turn, charming them and then having them kill themselves. Like, that was the only other time I had a real problem in the PSP version of Persona 1. It's just like, I had to literally run away from any battle those crows were in during that segment of gameplay, because they literally kept going before everyone. The PSP was really good in my opinion. It had a lot of really interesting titles on it. Like I said, I'm a big JRPG person, so... Yeah, I heard they had to remove, like... So there was always a rumor that the reason we never got Type 0 on the PSP was because apparently of a licensed opening song or something, which is apparently not in the HD version. But I'm not really too familiar with the differences between the PS4 version and the PSP version. Ooh, excuse me. Hmm. I don't think I've ever seen if there's even like a video or anything about like the differences between the port and the PSP version. I know like there was a different opening song that was like some band or something, but like other than that, I don't really know any specific differences. I have to save? That seems like an odd thing. Makes it sound like I have to maybe do like a boss fight or something. Well, thank you. I stream on Fridays and Saturdays normally. I have a short little stream game I do on Wednesdays as well. So, if you're interested in stopping by, you're always welcome. And I'm going to have some time off from work, so I'll probably have some random streams here and there too, so. But thank you for stopping by. It's been delightful to talk. That's one of the things I do enjoy about streaming is just getting to chat about stuff like that. That is fun, and it's not easy to do when no one's around, you know? So, it's always appreciated when somebody does stop by and chat a little bit, especially if they have similar interests in Japanese games that. But you have a delightful day, take it easy. It's probably for the best anyway, because I'm probably going to be getting ready to hop off here soon, because I'll be need to get dinner away before I do a dance session and VR chat with some friends. Yeah. Father, can you hear my voice? I'm doing fine down here. So little money. Seriously, this is just like that fucking meme from Final Fantasy Tactics, honestly. What? What? Did a meteorite fucking hit my house? I mean, shouldn't that thing be hot as hell? See, before I go, know that Fantasy Life's expansion can't be anymore, and there is no multiplayer now, but if you ever wanted to try and emulate multiplayer... Well, I didn't really know it had DLC. I mean, it's not... I imagine it had stuff like with the password system where you could get, like, free crap, I imagine, but I didn't realize it actually had, like, actual DLC content, like expanded story or something. But yeah, that's not surprising if it was then, because I know like the eShop stuff is closed and that. I imagine there probably are ways to do multiplayer, because I know those like what was it called? I remember seeing it with somebody using it for Dragon Quest IX. It's basically a system where you like spoof the online through like local wireless. Like basically like the local wireless is tricked into thinking it's doing local wireless, but it's actually doing online or something like that. I just don't remember what it was called. Oh, really? Well, that's a shame then. It's a real shame when stuff like that gets lost. See, this is why I support physical releases that include all the content, or get a future release that has all the content. People always bitch and moan, "Oh, you're crybaby. Just accept the digital shit." Because I imagine they never made a new version with all the additional content. Or if they did, it was probably Japan only. Always a shame to have things like that lost to the void. But that's nice to hear that it is available emulator-wise, so it's not like it's completely gone, but it does suck that you have to go through some additional hoops. Oh, don't get me wrong, emulation is good for preserving, indeed. Like, when consoles and stuff have problems and stuff, you have the right to play your legal backups or your actual, like, if you're able to, like, I mean, what is that one, the turbo disc, like, you can actually have an emulator and literally, like, play the physical disc in your computer. But, you have the rights to do stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, I do believe emulation is important too, but I do feel like emulating a DS game is kind of awkward. That's gonna probably be a strange first day for me. I do like trying to play as authentic as possible, though. But there's nothing wrong with doing emulation if it's necessary and you have all the legal, you know, you know. But yes, it's important to keep stuff alive, because unlike publishers and shit, mini games are very memorable. There are mini games, both old and new, that can touch the heart and deeply affect people. That we want, like, those kind of experiences to be treasured and beloved and be able to be played by future people. That's why I have, like, no respect for, like, Ubisoft or EA, because they don't care about any of that shit. They just want to fucking just dump it, get money, and then fucking shut down and get you to move to the next game. Like, honestly, that's why I believe a lot of companies don't want to preserve games, because they want you to move on to the next game and give them more money. Yep. And, you know, like, I had this chat with one of my VR friends, like, a week and a half ago when we were talking about... He was like, oh, and, you know, like, you know, 90% of PS5 games are just downloads and that. And I was like, whoa. I mean, there's some bad builds of some games and stuff. But, I mean, the PS5 and the Switch still have a very decent amount of games that are... completable and decent build. Like, I'm really happy that The Last Defense Academy turned out really good on the Switch, because I was really worried that wasn't going to be a very good physical build, but it's been a very excellent with very, like, I think there's maybe like 5 Texas like error things, like like the text spilled out of the box. It's all readable, but it's out of the text box. I mean, that's pretty much the only real gripe I've had with the game, and it's just little minor instances that, like, there was still many impressive physical builds of things and that. But yeah, like, EA and Ubisoft are, of course, well known for being the companies that have a lot of shitty builds, or barely in the PS5 Microsoft games. Like, how they keep fucking up their PS5 versions of the fucking games they're releasing, I don't know. Oh lord. But yeah, nothing wrong with doing emulation if you meet all the proper stuff for that. I mean, I know, like, that's what's keeping the Resident Evil Outbreak servers online. Like, because somebody was able to basically make a copy of the Japanese server for it. And you can play... And what's really cool about Resident Evil Outbreaks Revived Online is the fact that you can actually still connect with a Japanese copy on a PS2 and play with people who are also playing it on an emulator. So, like, it doesn't even divide the community. It actually allows both sides to be able to play each other. Though, if you play on PC, please be very kind to people in Scenario 1 who may be on the PS2 itself, because you load faster. Because the first part of the Scenario 1 Outbreak is time, so if you speed one through all the load screens, you may actually kill someone. Oh yeah, like, it's why, like, it's one of the reasons I don't really like getting Switch versions of games, because the Switch has had several, like, Bloodstain is an excellent example of what the fuck were they doing. Like, Bloodstain sold the most on the Switch, but its physical build is probably one of the most terrible fucking physical builds of a game I saw on the fucking Switch. What were they thinking? See, like, the Danganronpa guy, he had, like, I get why when the Danganronpa guy announced his new game, they was like, we're just going to do the Switch. Switch and PC. We're not going to do Xbox and PS. It's a new company. They don't have 5 billion funds. If they do ports to other consoles, that cost more money. So I get the idea. We want to pick a system that we feel like is going to give us the most bang for a buck customer-wise. And Danganronpa is available on Sony consoles before, but it's also been on Switch. And I would imagine they probably looked at a lot of the Switch sales and said, like, I think we got... because there's also a big old install base on the Switch net. I don't know about the Danganronpa fan base itself, but I get the logic of why they chose the platform, and Like, I think it paid off for a better physical release instead of trying to bum wash like 3 versions and have a much bigger focus on one. Like, I feel like they have like probably one of the best non-limited video game physical releases I've seen in quite a while. Like a retail game, like, because let's face it, a lot of retail games don't get like the best version printed first, sadly, a lot of times. But yeah, because of stuff like Bloodstain on the Switch, I generally try not to get Switch versions very often unless those particularly, like, I don't know, like it's a more comprehensive version that came out later. Like maybe the game came out on PS4 first, and then like a year or two later gets a Switch version that has all the additional content on the cartridge or something. Something like that. Wow, you just gonna set on my staircase there? What if that's like poisoning, like rotting the wood? It could be rotting the wood. Also, how did he pull the stone out by himself? I mean, like, is that even a good idea to be interacting with that? Like, I mean, it's like glowing darkness. It doesn't exactly fill me with a like good vibes. Oh yes, take it easy. I'm a chatterbox. Like I said, I'm a chatterbox. There's a reason in VR chat I'm sometimes called Chatticus instead of Atticus. Once you get me waddling on topics, I do. Anyway, hopefully see you in no time. If not, no hard feelings. I know I'm a niche person and, you know, I have a nasally voice, but, you know. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for chatting. You have a delightful day. I'm gonna get compensated for this, right? Because, I mean, technically, since it landed on my roof, that would mean it's mine. So if you want it, that means you should buy it for me, which I could use to fix my roof. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch! We don't live in that type of society. I don't know. Considering how I've seen in these two games, it does feel a little capitalistic, a little. But what about my roof? So now we gotta fix that. Uh-oh. 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 Give me a second. Give me a second. I need to plug the 3DS in. The light's going off. Okay, we need to get to the save point here. Oh no. Keeping it to ourselves a different story. Oh my goodness, everyone wants the fucking stone. No! Sadly for us, though, like I said, we're gonna be wrapping up here. Saving.